Okay, so let us start our session here today. So guys, yes, just a second, just a second. Okay, right. Coming? Okay, all right, guys. So come on, let us start our session here today. So guys, yes, before starting our sessions, as always, let's just try to have a very small and a quick recap of the concepts which I had covered in our yesterday's class. So guys, yesterday we started discussing about data types. Data types. So there are two types of data types are there: primitive data types and non-primitive data types. Primitive, listen, stop discussing later. So yes, there are two types of data types are there: primitive data types and non-primitive data types. Non-primitive data types are reference data types or user-defined data types. All are same. So regarding this non-primitive data types or user-defined data types, whenever that particular concept comes, we'll be trying to discuss that. Examples, string, array, abstract class, interfaces, so on. So whenever that particular concept comes, we'll be trying to discuss. Yesterday, mainly we have focused on primitive data types. So guys, primitive data types. These primitive data types are actually classified into three types. Classified into three types. What are those? Numeric, character, Boolean. Numeric data types are again classified into two types. What are those? Integral and floating data types. In integral data types, how many integral data types are there? Four. What are those? Int, byte, short, long. So how many floating data types are there? Two. What are those? Float and double. So guys, what is the default value for all integral data types? What is the default value for all floating data types? Every number in Java is considered as int. Every decimal value in Java is considered as, I'm sorry. Yes, that is 100% correct. Double. So guys, what is the default value of char? Slash u, four zeros. But when you're trying to print the default value of a char in your machine, you will be getting either space or else a small box or else a small question mark, depending upon your OS. As simple as this. So yes, after that, by the way, what is the range of Boolean? Come on. True or false? That's it. What is the default value of Boolean? That's it. And after that, we discussed about keywords. We have, did we see the keywords? Yes, we had seen the keywords, and I said in Java there are 50 Java language keywords are there, and true, false, and null are not keywords. Those are values. Yes. After that, we had seen comments also. So up to that, we had covered in our yesterday's class. So guys, today we will be discussing about variables concept. Variables. Listen. Variables concept. Okay. So please, just a second. Just a second. Right. Please keep us citing as variables. Note on a small point for me. Note on a small point. Variables are nothing but reserved memory locations. Variables are nothing but reserved memory locations to store values. In Java. There are three types of variables are there? In Java, there are three types of variables are there. Three types. First one, instance variables. Instance, not instant. Instance, INSTANCE. Instance variables. Second one, static variables. Second one, static variables. And third one is local variables. Third one is local variables. As simple as this. Okay. Sure. You won't share, right? Is it okay? Right. Okay. So three types of variables: instance variables, static variables, and local variables. So guys, first I want to make you write some points. First, I'll dictate some points. Please write those points. After that, we'll see the code. Is it okay for everyone? Please respond. Please keep your side heading as instance variables. Right. Instance variables. Please keep your side heading as instance variables. First point. Note down the first point. The variables which are declared, the variables which are declared inside a class, the variables which are declared inside a class, outside any method, inside a class, outside any method, or a block, or a constructor, or a constructor are known as instance variables. Dot are known as instance variables. Once again, what are instance variables? The variables which are declared inside a class. Guys, please, I want you to imagine. Please, again, once this theory is completed, we'll be discussing the code. But before that, I want you to please imagine. You can do this. Once again, what are instance variables? Listen, listen, listen. What are instance variables? The variables which are declared inside a class, outside any method, block, or a constructor are known as instance variables. Next point. Next point. We can access instance variable in we can access instance variable in this. We can access instance variable in two ways. By using identifier name, by using identifier name, and by using class object, and by using class object or class instance. Class object or class instance. Next point. Next point. For instance variables, JVM will, for instance variables, JVM will automatically, for instance variables, JVM will automatically initialize them, with their automatically initialize them with their default values of the data types. Default values of the data types. Dot. Next point. Next point. If instance variable end, if instance variable and local variable, if instance variable and local variable are having same name, then the first priority will be given to the, if instance variable and local variable are having same name, then the first priority will be given to the local variables. Then the first priority will be given to the local variables. Point number 5. Please keep this point in star. Please keep this point in star. Point number 5. For every instance, a separate copy of, for every instance, a separate copy of instance variable will be created. Dot. For every instance, a separate copy of instance variable will be created. Dot. Inside the braces, please write like this. Means MEANS, means how many objects we are creating, how many objects we are creating inside a class, how many objects we are creating inside a class, those many copies of instance variable will be, those many copies of instance variables will be created. Those many copies of instance variables will be created. Dot. Those many copies of instance variable will be created. Dot. Okay. Now, guys, what are instance variables? The variables which are created inside a class, outside any method, block, or a constructor are known as instance variables. Right. In how many ways we can access an instance variable? 2 ways. What are those? Please check and tell me. What are those? By using identifier name. Second one is by using class object. Guys, generally, if we want to call a method, how we will call a method? With the help of its respective class object. Am I right or wrong? Exactly in the same manner, we can access an instance variable also. Means aobj.method1. Yes or no? Like that, aobj.x, aobj.y. Like that, we can access a instance variable also. I'll show you. With the help of program, I'll try to show you. Before writing the program only, I want you to just please think about it. Okay. So once again, what are instance variables? The variables which are declared inside a class, outside any method, block, or a constructor are known as instance variables. In how many ways we can access an instance variable? Come on. What are those? Identifier name and class object. If instance variable name and local variable, sir, what is the local variable? Yeah, wait for it. If instance variable name and local variable name both are same, once again, if instance variable and local variable names both are same, then the first priority will be given to the local variables. dot. Remember that point. Wait for it. Wait for it. You'll understand. By the end of our today's session, you will be understanding that. Okay. Now, one point I make you to keep in star. That is, for every instance, a separate copy of instance variable will be created. So that point, not today. We'll not discuss that point today. Wait. Maybe within 2 to 3 days, you'll be understanding that particular point. Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay. Up to now, is it clear, guys, for everyone? Yes or no? Right. Please tell me once again. In how many ways we can access an instance variable? What are those? Identifier name and if instance variable name and local variable name both are same, then the first priority will be given to dot. Next side heading, static variables. Please keep your side heading as static variables. Static variables. Note on a point for me, please. Note on the point for me. These variables are declared. These variables are declared inside a class, outside any method or a block. These variables are declared inside a class, outside any method, block, or a constructor, and with the help of static keyword. And with the help of static keyword. Are you understanding me? Now, guys, please listen. Please listen. Please listen. Instance variables. What are instance variables? The variables which are declared inside a class, outside any method, block, or a constructor are known as instance variables. The variables which are declared, listen. First listen. The variables which are declared inside a class, listen guys, once again, the variables which are declared inside a class, outside any method, block, or a constructor, but with the help of static keyword, those are known as static variables. I hope it's clear, guys, for everyone. Next point. Come on. Next point. Static variables will be initialized. Static variables will be initialized at the time of class loading. Yeah, actually, we already covered this point. When we had covered this? JVM architecture, exactly. Class loader. Do you remember class loader? How many actions will be done by the class loader? What are those? Loading, linking, initialization. So class loader is going to initialize static variables. That's exactly the point which I have written here. Static variables will be initialized at the time of class loading. Next point. Next point. We can access a static variable in guys, in how many ways we can access an instance variable? Come on. What are those? Identifier name and class object. Once again, guys, come on, please. In how many ways we can access an instance variable? 2 ways. What are those? Identifier name and class object. We can access a static variable in 3 ways. Identifier name, class object, and class name. Directly with the help of class name. Please note down. Please note down. We can access a static variable. We can access a static variable in 3 ways. By using identifier name, by using identifier name, comma, by using class object, by using identifier name, comma, by using class object, and by using class name, and by using class name. Next point. Next point. For static variables, JVM will, for static variables, JVM will automatically initialize them. For static variables, JVM will automatically initialize them with their default values of the, once again, I repeat, for static variables, JVM will automatically initialize them with their default values of the data types. Same point we have written for, come on, written for instance variables, right? For static variables, JVM will automatically initialize them with their default values of the data types. Next point. Next point. If static variable and local variable, if static variable and local variable are having same name, then the first priority will be given to the, first priority will be given to the local variables. Then the first priority will be given to the local variable. Next point. Next point. A static variable can never be, next point. A static variable can never be a local variable. A static variable can never be a local variable. Please keep this point in star. Next point. Next point. Please keep this point in star. There will be only one copy of static variable available. There will be only one copy of static variable available in the entire program. There will be only one copy of static variable available in the entire program. Now, answer my question. In how many ways we can access an instance variable? Answer. What are those? Identifier name, and in how many ways we can access a static variable? 3 ways. What are those? Identifier name, class object. Once again, identifier name, class object, and class name. We can access a static variable. Once again, we can access a static variable directly with the help of its respective class name. Remember that. Remember that. Okay. Okay. So, guys, if instance variable name, local variable name, both are same, then the first priority will be given to. If static variable name and local variable name both are same, then the first priority will be given to local variable. For instance variable, JVM will automatically assign them with their default values. For static variables also, JVM will automatically assign them with their default values. Yes or no? Right. So in instance variable 1 point, I said we'll be discussing that later. That is, for every instance, a separate copy of instance variable will be created. That particular point, just wait for 2 to 3 days. We'll discuss that. For static variable, there will be only one copy. Regarding this point also, just please wait for 2 to 3 days. We'll be trying to understand this. Am I clear with this? Please respond. Right. Next side heading. Please keep your next heading as local variables. Local variables. Local variables. Not on the point. Not on the point. The variables which are declared, the variables which are declared inside a method, the variables which are declared inside a method or a block or a constructor. Whenever you are writing the point, understand the point. I repeat, the variables which are declared inside a method or a block or a constructor are known as local variables. Are known as local variables. Next point. Next point. We can access a local variable. We can access a local variable only with the help of its. We can access a local variable only with the help of its identifier name. Only with the help of its identifier name. Next point. The scope of local variable is only within the method. The scope of local variable is only within the method. Means, inside the braces, means we can't access a local variable. Means we can't access a local variable outside the method. We can't access a local variable outside the method. Next point. Next point. For local variables, JVM will not assign any. For local variables, JVM will not assign any default values. For local variables, JVM will not assign any default values. It is the responsibility of the programmer. It is the responsibility of the programmer to initialize them. It is the responsibility of the programmer to initialize them. I believe you know the difference between declaration and initialization. Yes or no? Declaration means creating a variable. Initialization means assigning some values. Next point. Next point. Point number 5. If we are declaring a local variable, if we are declaring a local variable and if we are not using that variable, if we are declaring a local variable, and if we are not using that variable, then our program will be executed. Then our program will be executed normally, comma. Then our program will be executed normally, comma. But if we are using a local variable, but if we are using a local variable without initialization, without initialization, then we will be getting an then we will be getting an compile time error. Then we will be getting an compile time error dot. Then we'll be getting an compile time error dot. So guys, yes, you know there are three types of variables are there. What are those? Instance, static, local. Now let us try to see all these points in coding. In coding, close your books. Just close your books. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the code. Now, guys, please listen. Please listen. Listen. Int A equal to 10. Static int B equal to 20. Void method 1. Void method 1. Int C equal to 30. Now, what is this variable? Come on. Instance variable. What is this variable? Static variable. Static variable. And this is a local variable. LOCAL variable. Local variable. So what are instance variables? The variables which are declared inside a class, outside any method, block, or a constructor are known as instance variables. Yes, this is present inside a class. This int A equal to 10, this is present inside a class. This is not present inside any method or else any block or else any constructor. So this is actually an instance variable. So this is static variable. Come on, sir, how it is static variable? Come on, guys, it's clearly mentioned there. We are using static keyword. So the variables which are present, guys, please concentrate here. Please concentrate. The variables which are present inside a class, outside any method, block, or a constructor, but with the help of static keyword are known as static variables. A static variable can never be local variable. Sir, what are local variables? The variables which are present inside a method, block, or a constructor are known as local variables. So, sir, can I make this variable as static? Nope. No. A static variable can never be declared as a local variable. Am I clear with this? Okay. So let me remove this. Yep. So you know that instance variable, static variable, local variable. Very good. Okay. So guys, first things first, I want to access my instance variable. Accessing means I want to print. I just want to print my instance variable. Okay. So system.out.println SYSO system.out.println INSTNC instance variable plus in how many ways we can access an instance variable? Come on. What are those? Directly by using identifier name. Okay. Second one. Second one is just let me try to by using class object. Okay, help me out. New, very good, perfect. New class A. Come on, dot A. That's it, done. This is by using identifier name, and this is by using class object. Come on, guys, you already know how to create a class object. Okay, so okay. Instance variable, we can access an instance variable in two ways. That is directly by using identifier name, and second one is by using a class object. Let me go to my main method, please. Main method. Now, inside my main method, I want to create an object new class A. Just let me try to have a reference here, please. AOBJ belongs to class A, and just let me try to AOBJ dot method one. Okay. Right click, run as Java application, and Windows show view console. And yep, I'll be able to print my instance variable. I hope it's clear, guys, for everyone. Okay. Now, I want to access my static variable. I want to access my static variable. Okay, just a small differentiation line. Okay. Now tell me, system.out.println static variable. In how many ways I can access a static variable? Okay, static STATS static VARIABLE static variable plus. Yeah, you tell me the code, I'll write the code. B. Okay, B. After that, system.out.println STATS static VARIABLE static variable plus. Tell me the code. Tell me the code. New class A dot B. Okay, dot B. After that, system.out.println STATS static VARIABLE static variable plus. Come on. Class A. Class A. Answer. Class A dot involve. Class name. What is my class name? Class name is class A. Class name dot P. That's it. This is by using identifier name. Sorry, this is by using identifier name, and this is by using class object, and this is by using as simple as this. So instance variable, we can access instance variable in two ways. We can access a static variable in three ways. Now, in how many ways we can access a local variable? Come on. What do you mean by local variable? A variable which is present inside a method, block, or a constructor. So just system.out.println. Let me just local LOCL local variable VARIABLE local variable plus C. That's it. If we are trying to access a local variable with the help of sorry, just a sec. Right. Local variable with the help of class object or else class name, we will be getting a compile time error. We'll be getting an compile time error. Why? Because we cannot access a local variable. We cannot access a local variable with the help of class object or class name. Up to now, is it clear, guys, for everyone? Online students, kindly please respond. Online students, kindly please respond. Up to now. Up to now. Is it clear for everyone? Please respond, guys. Please respond. Please respond. Right. Okay. Now, guys, please listen. Instance variable or global variable, both are same. Some people will be calling this as instance variable. Some people will be calling it as global variable. Static variable or class variable, both are same. Class variable. Okay. Some people will be calling this as static variable. Some people will be calling this as class variable. Both are same, not alterable. Actually, global variable or non-static variable, all are same, all are same. All are same, not alterable. But as of now, I want you to concentrate on two. That is instance variable and static variable. I mean, instance variable, static variables, and local variables. Up to now, is it clear, guys, for everyone? Right, right. So once again, I'm saying you local variables. Local variables are the variables which are declared inside a method or a block or a constructor. That's it, not more than that. Okay, okay. Now, let me go with one more method. Let me just try to go with one more method. Now, void method 2. Void method 2. Now, I'll have some statements. Okay. Now, just let me try to write instance variable, static variable, and local variable. And by the way, this is method 2 call. We are calling method 2. Am I clear with this? Okay, I give you a minute time. Please observe. If I remove those lines from the comment, am I going to get any error or not? Just think. Just think. Means I'll call aobj dot method 2. If I remove all these lines from the comment, am I going to get an error or not? Yes. Okay. We'll do one thing. We'll do one thing. Let me just try to remove line number 25. If I remove line number 25, am I going to get any error? What is A? A is a instance variable. Okay. Let me remove this. Nope. We did not got any error. Let me execute my program. Right click, run as Java application. Windows, show view, console. Where is my console? Okay. And yes, I'm getting my output. That is instance variable is 10. Okay. That is good. Let me remove line number 26 from the comment. Am I going to get any error? Nope. Right click, run as Java application. I'm not getting any error. Let me remove line number 27 from the comment. We'll be getting an compile time error. Why? Can you see this line? We are getting an error. Why we are getting an error? Why we are getting an error? Compile time error, because the scope of local variable is only up to that method. You cannot access, I repeat, guys, I repeat, concentrate, please concentrate. You cannot access a local variable outside of its method. No. What is the scope of a local variable? Only within the method or a block or a constructor. You cannot access a local variable outside the method. But when you're speaking about instance variable and a static variable, I repeat, instance variable and a static variable, you can access these variables entire program, anywhere in the program. Which variables? Instance and static. You can access instance variables and static variables anywhere in the program, total program, through the program. But when you're speaking about local variable, what is the scope of a local variable? Come on. Only within the method. Am I clear with this? Right, right. Online students, kindly please respond. Online students, kindly please respond. Is this point clear, guys? Is this point clear? Is this point clear? Is this point clear? Yeah, that is great. That is good. That is good. Perfect. Perfect, guys. Very good. Okay. Now, let me go for one more method, guys. Please. One more method. Okay. Guys, come on. Please concentrate. Please concentrate. Please concentrate. Now, one more method. Okay. Void method 3. Void. Yeah. Void. By the way, what is the access modifier for method 3? For method 2? For main method? Default. Public. Main method. Public. Okay. Now. Come on, guys. Just let me try to have here. I'm just trying to write. Let me make this as method 3 called listen. Okay. Now AOBJ dot method 3. Okay. Right. Now, what I want to do here, int A equal to 111, int B equal to 222, int C equal to 333. Now, answer my question. Can I access? Concentrate. Come on, concentrate. Don't get tired. Concentrate. Can I access instance variable in method 3? Hey, yes or no? We can access instance variable anywhere in the program. Okay, right. What is the value of this instance variable? Okay. So in method 3, system.out.println instnc instance variable instance variable plus a. Now show view console. Now please check this. Right click, run as Java application. What is my output? Come on. What is my expected output? I am expecting 10. But what is my output? If instance variable name, I repeat, if instance variable name and the local variable name both are same, then the first priority will be given to, come on. Now, I want to access my instance variable. Is it possible or not? Buddy, last, raise hand. No, decide. Yes. Sit down, don't stand. Constant, guys, please wait. My question is, I want to print 10 in method 3. Is it possible or not? Possible? Yes or no? That is 100% correct. But how? Guys, let me ask you a small question. Come on, listen. Do you know in how many ways we can access an instance variable? How many ways? Come on, guys, enjoy the class. Involve in the class. Involve. Once again. In how many ways we can access an instance variable? What are those? Identifier name and class object. Clearly, if we are trying to access an identifier name with the help of an identifier name, we are unable to get it. Why? Because local variable name and instance variable name both are same. Now, how to resolve this ambiguity? How to access my instance variable if instance variable name and local variable name both are same? Come on, guys, try to access with the help of class object. Right click. Okay, hang on. Yes. Now, right click, run as Java application. Now, please help me with static also. System.out.println. Static variable. Okay, hang on. STAT is static variable. Static variable BLE. Static variable plus B. Can I write like this? Why? If static variable name and local variable name both are same, come on. The first strategy will be given to involve. Once again. Please tell me. If static variable name and local variable name, both are same, then the first part will be given to. So right click run as Java application. Here our output will be able to. But what is our expected output? 20. So can you please help me with this? Come on. Come on, guys. I mean, it's a static variable. You know that creating an object is not necessary. Come on. Class name dot b. Right click run as Java application like this. As simple as it is. And yeah, just system.out.println a plus b plus c. What is the output right now? Okay, I'll do one thing. Hang on. New class A dot A plus class A dot B plus C. Now tell me what is my output. Here, what is my output? I'm sorry. 360. Right click, run as Java application. Guys, I hope you understand the concept. This is which variable? Come on, which variable? What is the value? This is which variable? How do you know it's a static variable? We are accessing with the help of class name. Only static variables only we can access with the help of class name. Yeah, so here actually 10 plus 20 plus that is equal to 363. I hope it's clear, guys, for everyone. Am I clear with this? Right. Online students, can you please respond? Up to now, is it clear, guys, for everyone? Please respond. That is great. Very good, guys. Very good. So now, guys, please, once again, let us come to our points for once. Points. Instance variables. The variables which are declared inside a class. Just a second. Let me introduce. The variables which are declared inside a class, outside any method or a block or a constructor, are known as instance variables. Is it clear? We can access instance variables in what are those? Identifier name and class object. Is it clear? Next one. For instance variables, JVM will automatically initialize them with their default values. Okay, let us come back. Guys, just please check this. I am just trying to have int x static int y. Int x static int y. Okay, this is instance variable. This is static variable. Let me go with one more method. void void method for. Now int z. Guys, I hope you are concentrating. Instance variable. Did I declare or else did I initialize? Come on. I just declared. Did I initialize? What do you mean by initialization? Assigning the values. I did not assign any value, guys. I just created, means I just declared. Okay. I just declared a instance variable. I just declared a static variable, and I just declared a local variable. Okay. Now, just a sec. System.out.println x plus x. System.out.println y plus y. Now I'm just trying to call my method for. Just let me try to call my, just a second. Okay, I'm just going to call aobj dot method for. Now what is my output here? Come on, 0. Why 0? JVM will automatically initialize the instance variables with their default values. So what is the default value of int? 0. So here we'll be getting our output as 0. For example, let me just try to take this as boolean, boolean. Now please tell me what is my output? False. 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 I mean, just int default value, and this is boolean default value. Right click, run as Java application, 0 and false. For instance variables and static variables, I repeat, for instance variables and static variables, JVM will automatically initialize them with their default values. I hope it's clear, guys, for everyone. Okay. Now, my question is, in method 4, concentrate. Come on, concentrate. Don't get tired. Concentrate. Sit properly. Sit properly. Don't get relaxed. Come on. Okay, now, guys, method 4, I just declared a variable. Am I right or wrong? Did I use it? Am I using that? For example, if I'm not using that local variable, am I getting any problem in my program? No, happily, I'm getting my program executed. Now, please read the 5th point. If we are declaring a local variable and if we are not using that variable, then our program will be executed normally. Am I clear with this? Let me try to use that local variable. Okay, system.out.println. Just let me try to go with z colon plus z. Am I getting an error? Why? Why I am getting an error? Okay, guys, let me ask you. How many types of variables are there? Answer. What are those? Instance, static, local. For which variables, listen to my question correctly. For which variables JVM will not provide any default values? For local variables, whose responsibility is that? Programmer's responsibility. See, guys, here you are trying to print Z. Okay. What is the value of Z? Did you give any value? That is the reason you are getting an error. Compiler is literally asking us, buddy, come on, give me a value for Z. There is no value for Z. JVM will not provide any value for the local variables. It is your responsibility to provide the value for this local variable. I hope it's clear, guys. That is the reason we are getting an error. Just let me try to equal to 50. Am I getting any error there? No. So right now, if I execute my program, you know that our output will be Z equal to 50. So I'll do one thing, guys. I'll not initialize. And here I'll just try to write a small statement, that is compile time error, because local variable is not initialized. Okay. Now, as simple as this. Come on, let me go with our points once again. So yes, 3rd point. Just a sec. Come on. For instance variables, JVM will automatically initialize them with their default values. Is it clear? Okay. For instance variables and local variables, if instance variables and local variables are having same name, then the first priority will be given to. Perfect. 5th point, wait, guys, not right now. Please wait. We need to understand the concept constructor, and that tomorrow we are going to discuss. Tomorrow we'll start discussing. So you will be understanding this 5th point maximum within 2 to 3 days. Maximum by this week ending, you will be trying to understand this. Am I clear with this? So please wait. Very important point. Wait, you'll understand. Let us come to static variables. Yes, What are static variables? These variables are declared inside a class, outside any method or a block or a constructor with the help of static keyword. Is it clear? Okay, static variables will be initialized at the time of class loading. We know that point at the time of JVM architecture only. Okay, now come on, please tell me in how many ways we can access a static variable? What are those? Identifier name, class object, class name. For static variables, JVM will automatically initialize them with their default values. Okay, if static variable name and local variable name both are same, then the first priority will be given to. In that case, how can you access static variable? By using class name or by using class object anywhere. And yes, a static variable can never be a local variable. Okay, and seventh point also, kindly please wait for that, guys. We'll be trying to discuss that seventh point maximum within 2 to 3 days. I want you to please wait for that. And yes, when you're speaking about local variables, come on, what are local variables? What are local variables? The variables which are declared inside a method or a block or a constructor are known as local variables. What is the scope of local variables? Within the method or else within the block or else within the constructor. Can you access a local variable outside a method? Come on, that's exactly what is the meaning of scope. You cannot access a local variable outside a method. Can you access an instance variable throughout the program? Static variable throughout the program? You can access. And yes, and for local variables, JVM will not provide any default value. Whose responsibility is that? Programmer's responsibility. If you are just declaring a local variable, and if you are not using that local variable, you will not have any problem. But if you are using a local variable without initialization, then you will be getting an error. Okay, now final question. 2 questions actually. 3 questions actually. Hey, come on here. First question. Are you okay? Is it boring? Boring. Right. Right. Okay. Now, guys, first question. If instance variable and static variable, if instance variable and local variable are having same name, then the first priority will be given to. If static variable and local variable are having same name, then the first priority will be given to. If instance variable and static variable are having same name, then the first priority will be given to. Did you understand the question? If instance variable, guys, when I say instance variable, are you able to imagine? That's exactly what I want. Instance variable and static variable are having same name, then the first priority will be given to. Compile time error. You cannot have same name for instance variable and static variable. Means, for example, please check this. Okay, guys, let me. Static int a equal to, let me go with like 15. String a equal to Java. Line number 8 and line number 9. If I remove line number 8 from the comment, am I going to get an error or not? Yes or no? Let me remove this. And yes, come on. Obviously, I'll be getting an error. Why? Because already duplicate variable is there. It will generate a compile time error because of duplicate variable name. You cannot have. What about line number 9? Oh, just let me try to keep this in comment. Compile time error. This is compile time error. What about line number 9? If I remove line number 9 from the comment, Am I going to get an error or not? Come on. Yes? No error? Last chance. Guys, take a stand. Take a stand. Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay. Am I getting an error? We will be getting an error. So duplicate variable name, same. Even though the data type is different, you should not be giving the same identifier name. I hope it's clear, guys, for everyone. Now, Divya, you are asking me a small question, and your question is, sir, if we declare a static variable inside a method, what will happen? Come on. Answer. Error. Why? A static variable. What is the sixth point? A static variable can never be a local variable. I hope it's clear, guys. Divya, is it clear, Tali? Please respond. Please respond. Is it clear? Is it clear? Okay. Anyways, that's good. That's good. Come on, guys. Could you please have this program for me? Come on. Go ahead. Go ahead. Please. Right. 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 First right. Come on. Please write, guys. Please write. Take. Start. Jnaneshwar will be getting false. Why? Because the default value for Boolean is false. Online students, I hope it's clear, guys, for everyone. Guys, I request you, online students, kindly please respond in the chat. Is it clear, guys, for everyone? I know you're writing, but please respond. Now tell me. Now tell me, is it clear? Is it clear? Fantastic. Fantastic. Very good, guys. Very good. Please. Come on. Please have this. That is good. That is good. Please. I strongly advise you to write the comments also. Please. Wait until the topic is covered, Divya. Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay. Please wait. First write the program. First write the program.